Hello again, folks. Today I am back in the Toyota Corolla Hybrid from lovely Colin at Western Toyota. Western, even though they're in the east. I don't get that. You're an Edinburgh-based company, but you're Western. Is it west of Edinburgh? Anyway, by the by. Okay, managed to spend some time with this last night. Done some usual family type stuff. Went to the tip. Took the dogs out. Sorry, Colin, your car smells. It didn't come like that. It does now though, sorry. It'll come back to you clean, don't worry. But it is practical. Obviously it's not as nice as Superb, but it is in a way. It's, I would say, if it was just a bit bigger, it would meet my specific needs better. But that's my own needs, because I run a taxi and private hire company which says I want bigger cars because people run oversized suitcases that don't fit in the boot. I mean, even a Skoda Superb, I cannot get 4 cases in these days because people are using these massive oversized things. So, yeah, I think, but as a traditional taxi or private hire car, this has a great appeal. I can really see taxi and private hire companies liking this. Again, I have treated it exactly like it isn't my own. It has been driven with absolute abandon, zero care. I'm not trying to get MPG, and it's still showing 52. I think it's maybe broken. But no, the fuel gauge hasn't moved either, so yeah, I'm assuming that's probably correct. So yeah, I mean, for traditional 90% taxi and private hire work, round the doors, I had this kicking about. I went to the tip last night in electric only, so I was really surprised at that. I was like, yeah, I'm still struggling to detect when the engine kicks in. That, I noticed it this morning because I had 0 EV battery. That was me driving the car. Yes, one of those last night. So I had 0 EV battery. I got it this morning. But I noticed it then. Obviously, you go from 0 to cold engine start, you do notice it. But switch over from EV mode to engine in normal driving is imperceptible. The CVT box is not the best when you drive in a spirited fashion, but that's a case of, you know, your mileage may vary on that one, because I'm a disliker of DSG boxes. I prefer ZF gearboxes for those that are interested in geeky things like that. The ZF box is a far superior box. That's going to be I can start another debate in the comments down below. But ZF8 is a much nicer box. Don't tell me otherwise. Do not try and tell me the DSG box is a better gearbox. It isn't. It just simply isn't. But sorry, I digress. No. Honestly, having spent a bit of time with this, the good lady made some comments last night. She's coming out of a £50,000 Audi with lots of broom bits on it. Obviously, it doesn't have those broom bits that she likes, so it makes it go fast and make boppy noises, so it wasn't really her cup of tea. I don't think she could be tempted for one, but as an all-round practical car, and she was quite liking the dash. It was quite nice, leatherette, plastics aren't scratchy or horrible. One niggle that I don't like, the versing camera. I've got this lovely, glorious, high quality display in front of me. Obviously you can't see it on the camera, but it is absolutely fantastic. This really high quality, big, probably, I don't know, obviously guys measure inches different. It looks like 17 inches, probably like 10, but it's really crisp. I'm using CarPlay, being an Apple fanboy, and the responsiveness is absolutely fantastic. It's just so snappy, it looks clean, inky blacks. It really is a nice display. I like it. I really do like it, and I'm insanely jealous that my Skoda doesn't have such a nice display on it. The Skoda display is absolutely garbage in comparison. Skoda, obviously you've got a new model that's just been relaunched, so I'm assuming you've sorted this out, but oh my god, this is just lovely in comparison. Really crisp, really, and to be honest, it's the main thing when you're driving something sensible. You sensible shoes on, drive a car that's a car rather than a car that evokes emotion. You buy something like this. This is probably ideal. And the main things you worry about are the only things you hear is what I'm touching immediately. I don't care about plastics on the bloody doors. I don't care. Steering wheel, not the best, not the worst. Again, BMW got everyone licked there on the N Sport wheels. They're just lovely, chunky. Girthy, probably a good way of putting it. But no, the actual bits and pieces that make up the user interaction of the vehicle are absolutely fine. There is nothing wrong with this car, other than it doesn't have 300 horsepower four-wheel drive. But then again, that would detract from its role as a tool, which is to get me, my rubbish, my dogs from A to B. Or, in my case, is the way I'm looking at it, as a taxi private hire operator, I want to pick passengers up, take them from A to B as cheaply as possible. I don't really mind that the car might not have soft touch plastics on the bloody bottom half of the dashboard. I do like the one touch windows, but they're really nice. It's really satisfying. Some sort of weirdo sort of fetish way. But no, everything you touch in the cabin feels fine. And the biggest problem for me is that this has got me in a position now where I don't want to spend an extra. I was on the Skoda configurator last night again, and anyone knows me knows I'm an absolute Superb fanboy. The only thing I can say in the Skoda's defence is this purely isn't big enough for our very, very unique business model, which involves us mainly 90% of the time carting people to and from airports. If you're a traditional taxi or private hire operator and you do the occasional airport, it's absolutely fine. You will get 2 full-size suitcases in the boot, 4 carry-ons, no problem. You will not have like the capacity of a Skoda Superb. It simply doesn't have that. But it's also doing 52 round the doors. I mean, I can't get that on a diesel Superb round the town. As much as I try, I get nowhere near that. And it's lovely and silent and moving speeds. That is lovely. Audible whine there, but Colin says it's supposed to do that because it's. Now I'm going to show you something here. Bloody strong phone mount. Now, the camera, as I was saying about the display is glorious, but the reversing camera, I don't know about you'll see this because I've got a really bad face in front camera here. So really bad camera showing you a really bad camera. The quality is poor. But when you switch back to this display, it's absolutely glorious. I mean, it's responsive. The colour of the display is absolutely gorgeous. It's huge. I mean, it's probably about 27 inches. Slight exaggeration. But you get the idea. The important bits that I interact with day to day, if I'm just out pulling around town, doing a 12-hour shift, shifting people from bingo to Tesco to home to Tesco to somewhere else, moving clients about office to office. Yeah, it's also perfectly fine on the motorway, maybe a bit more noisy than some class above, but see if I was buying like a Focus Golf, no, I would have one of these. 26 bags, absolute bargain, in my opinion. It is a very, very capable car, and it annoys me because it gives me the question now that do I want to continue down the very, very unique Skoda Superb route that works ideally for our business model, or do I try and save some cash and compromise a bit? But it's a hell of an amount of cash. I mean, Specking new Skoda to specking one of these, it's £15,000 including the VAT. That's a huge saving. I mean, basically I can buy, early morning master's not my thing, so I could probably buy 3 of these for the price of 2 Skodas, give or take. That's an extra car. That's an extra driver on the road. That's an extra source of income for cars that are maybe doing 90% of the work. It's left me in a quandary. But, conclusion, it is a very nice car. It does exactly what it says in the tin. Long term, it's backed by a 10-year manufacturer warranty up to 100,000 miles. Taxi company, tax driver, that'll probably get you 2 years trouble-free motoring. And if you're savvy, anything you're saving on maintenance, fire it into your payments. You're buying it outright, you're laughing, because your first 2 years, you rent one of these out to an operator, it's going to more or less pay for itself in the first 2 years without any issues, and then you're home free. I had a quick bit of digging last night. They do seem reliable. There is lots of these starting to rack up big miles up down the UK now, and nobody's really reporting any problems, unlike BMW. Yep, you look at you, BMW. I'm still crying over that last maintenance bill I got. But yeah, I am skeptic to fan. Colin, these are actually okay. You were right. They're not actually that bad. In fairness, they're pretty good.